So I did my essay on smoking and why we should ban cigarettes. A little bit of background, the CDC identified that roughly 28.8 million Americans smoke cigarettes. So this is an issue that is prevalent not only in our country, but it's also a problem throughout the world. I said that cigarettes should be banned or outlawed due to the fact that they cause bodily harm not only to the smoker, but also to those around the smoker. The lack of protection in place to protect kids or people under the age of 21 from obtaining tobacco, and due to the fact that it is a dangerous it's a gateway into a more dangerous life. So before I get too far in, I do want to recognize that this is a very sensitive issue. Many people have tried to quit smoking and are unsuccessful. Other people, to be able to quit smoking, they require medical intervention, whether that be through medications or through psychiatrist and psychology visits, but they are simply unable to do so just due to mainly financial reasons. And so the best thing that we can do for someone who is trying to smoke or quit smoking is just love them and support them, recognize that they are human, that they're going to have ups and downs, and that we should be there to help them get over their addiction. The other thing is that the American Cancer Society has recognized that the body can actually regenerate itself after years of smoking. After 1 year, the chance of developing heart disease is now cut in half. And on top of that, after 10 years of smoking, of quitting smoking, I should say, you are half as likely to die from lung cancer than someone who is still actively smoking. So no matter where you're at in your process of quitting smoking, your body can heal. It's never too late. One of the arguments counter arguments I run into a lot is my body, my choice. And, people say that it's up to me what I put inside of my body. And I recognize that, and I do agree with that you do have the option to choose what you put inside your body. But where I differ from this, specifically with smoking cigarettes, is when you exhale toxic fumes and others around you are able to inhale that. The CDC has recognized that there is no safe level of secondhand smoke. So even just a little inhalation from those around you can cause bodily harm. Another counter argument that I run into is that it gives some sort of health benefits to some people. In a study in Japan done by Kiko Yamada, she recognized that 6.6% of her trial population received some form of pain relief just due to smoking cigarettes. And what I say about that is that it was only 6.6% of the people. That's not a significant margin. And to counteract those patients should seek better medical advice from more specialists to try and figure out the root cause of their problem. So my first argument is that it just causes body harm. Jing Chang identified that 85% of lung cancer rates is directly related to tobacco smoking. And on top of that, increasing 1 cigarette per day per person increases the rate of lung cancer rates in men by 4 times and by women by 2 times. The other thing is that the CDC has said that, again, there's no safe level of secondhand smoke, that nearly 19,000 Americans die every single year due to secondhand smoke inhalation. But not only that, in a study done by Ramirez Benitez, they identified that kids in Cuba who inhaled secondhand smoke suffer from memory issues and sleep regulation. Another argument is that there's just no protection, or there's a lack of protection of kids under the age of 21 from obtaining cigarettes. And the Trump administration initiated the Tobacco 21 policy, and every year they release report cards to each individual state about protection, enforcement, identification, definitions, and all these other areas. And South Dakota received an F, mainly in protection. And then finally, on a molecular basis for nicotine as a gateway drug, Dr. Kandel and Dr. Kandel identified that tobacco leads to marijuana, then that leads to cocaine and harder drugs. So at the end of the day, tobacco and cigarettes are the silent killers. They're able to rip families apart. If we outlaw this, we will outlaw the cause of the most preventable deaths in the United States.